Everyone loved you.
Baby Noah Tomlin's sudden disappearance rocked the community of Hampton, Virginia.
They've checked under houses, they've checked in sheds, they've checked the cars. I'm hoping they checked the trash cans. I'm hoping that's why it hasn't been picked up. They've had drones out here, they've had dogs out here.
The 2-year-old was living in the Bayside Mobile Home Village with his mother, Julia Tomlin, and 2 other siblings. The morning of June 24th, 2019, Tomlin reports baby Noah missing, and a massive search ensues.
We put so many different sets of eyes on the immediate search area.
Law enforcement and community members teaming up, searching for baby Noah.
So any scrap of clothing, any diapers, any evidence that may lead us in a particular direction, we want to take that into consideration.
At the Hampton landfill, city crews sift through 2 million pounds of garbage, hoping baby Noah could still be alive.
We feel very confident that we have exhausted all reasonable efforts and all reasonable resources in our search area.
Then on day 10, a grisly discovery. Baby Noah is found dead at the Hampton Steam Plant, the place where city waste goes to burn. His autopsy results revealing his skull was fractured in 2 places. The cause of death, blunt force trauma to the head with signs of battered child syndrome. The manner of death, homicide.
We'll always love you. And Jesus will take care of you.
Julia Tomlin told investigators her baby hit his head while in the bathtub unattended and drowned. But investigators found her story to be inconsistent with the horrific evidence in the case. The 35-year-old is charged with murder, unlawful disposal of a dead body, and child neglect.
An incredibly tragic case, and joining us tonight from Hampton, Virginia, is the Commonwealth's attorney, Anton Bell, the prosecutor in the case. Anton, great to see you again. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Is Noah, are there any other family members who perhaps will be at the trial or be there to represent Noah?
Yes, the biological grandparents or grandmother is going to be there. There were apparently some DNA on the civil side, and they were able to determine Noah's biological father. And as a result of that, some of his father's family members will be there at the court hearing.
That's good, because too many times in these cases where a parent is charged with the murder of a child, there's no one there for the child. I mean, the prosecutor, obviously, and the investigators, but no family member, and that's good to hear. Can you describe for the folks at home how invested your community was in this case, this investigation, and when there was a search for this missing child?
So you have to understand that this whole entire incident or crime kind of like evolved. Initially, it was a missing toddler. And so there were the police officers and neighbors who were looking for the toddler Noah. And then at some point, we recognized that something wasn't right with the story that was being given by the mother. And so as a result of that, the search kind of expanded. More people started getting involved. More law enforcement became involved. FBI came out. Different people, volunteers who had absolutely no connection to Noah or to Julia, they came out simply because it was on the news and people wanted to help find this child. And unfortunately, as time went on, it turned from a missing child to a find the body type search. And unfortunately, 10 days later, after just exhaustive searches by just countless individuals, not just law enforcement, but just people in the community, we finally discovered the remains of Noah.
And now we're getting ready for a trial. Anton Bell, we're a little short on time tonight, but I do appreciate you coming on. We'll speak again, and of course, we're going to continue to track this case as we get ready for the trial. Thank you so much, sir.
You're very welcome.
All right, as I said, we're tracking it. We've got a tentative trial date, June 21st. And of course, your front row seat to justice will continue to stay on top of all the developments there in that case. When we come back, big news out of North Carolina involving a case that made national headlines, the shooting death of a man who was wanted on a warrant. Big decision by the DA today. We'll have a live report next.